What is happening, everyone? Welcome back to another video in my channel. So today's video will talk about why you keep getting banned on Facebook ads and what you can do to avoid it. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so the first reason is scaling aggressively. So whenever things are going really good for you and you're making some good money with Facebook ads, the most reasonable thing to do is to go ahead and start scaling as fast as possible. But what you don't know is that when you try to do that too aggressively, and let's say even, triple the budget that you are currently spending, then Facebook most likely put the brakes on you. And the funny thing is that whenever things are not going into your direction and you are actually not making money, then this is where Facebook doesn't do any problems, everything is going smooth. But as soon as you start making money, Facebook will put the brakes on you and will make it nightmare for you to run ads and try to scale your campaigns. Now, the way that you can go ahead and scale properly is gradually increasing your budget instead of going too aggressive. Another thing that you can do is you can start scaling horizontally instead of vertically. So instead of directly increasing the budget inside your campaign, you can use another ad account and create a separate campaign inside this ad account, and this way you've put in more budget into your ads without increasing the budget of your main campaign too aggressively. There's another option to rent out agency ad accounts for consistent scaling, but that's we'll talk about later in this video. The second reason, and it's something that most people don't even really know about, is your profile strength. Most profiles, when you run ads, they have some kind of like strength metrics by Facebook, which is not really public and you cannot even find it anywhere. But what I can see most of the time happens is when people try to just start off with their own profile and start to run ads and they don't have much of like an history running ads on Facebook, then this is the time that Facebook will do the hardest time for them. And for example, my profile, which I'm using for a few years now and I'm running ads on a regular basis, I almost never have any issues. They never ask me to verify my ID almost. I can create as many campaigns as I want, or even making multiple errors at a time, and Facebook will simply not flag this account. Where with a new account, it's like they looking at you with 10 eyeballs and you really need to be careful with what you do. Now, the caveat here is that the only way for you to actually make your profile stronger is by running more ads. And with my personal situation where I run ads for others, so it's much easier for me to train and make profiles stronger. But when you run ads only for yourself, it's much more difficult. So you need to take things much slower. So try not to scale too aggressively, as well as when you submit ads, make sure that your ads are fully compliant with ads policies. Make sure that you don't have any failed payments, and try not to switch too many times your payment method, because those things can really trigger your profile getting restricted and permanently banned. And you also want to make sure that you don't only rely on this profile, so you either buy more profiles or simply get more profiles just as a backup measure. And that takes me to the next point, which is no backups. So most of the time people simply don't have a backup to anything. They have their own profile, they create a business manager, the ad account, they start running ads, not even knowing that something bad can happen, and then boom, out of nowhere they're getting permanently restricted, or they getting requested to upload their ID. And because it's like all AI machine checking your ID, it also has a lot of glitches. It might simply be stuck at the review process, and what end up happening is that you're being locked in outside your advertising assets, and then you need to simply start from scratch and you need to go full stealth mode, meaning you need to buy a profile, business manager, buying a proxy, anti-detect browser. That's like the main thing that I'm doing all day long, and I wish I could use my real profile, but there is no other way when your profile is permanently banned. So make sure you do prepare some backups before this happens to you, and then you will find yourself needing to go stealth mode like me. The next point that we have is ad rejection. Now, most strategies out there on YouTube or different courses involving testing multiple audiences, multiple ad creatives, which is totally fine, and these are good strategies. But the thing is that when you create a campaign with multiple ad sets, multiple ads, and you submit all of them at once, and if let's say there's one small issue with your ad copy or ad creative, then you multiply that by how many ads you actually submitted. Most of the time it might be 15 ads, maybe even 25 ads. So getting that amount of rejections will easily get you end up with a permanently ban or your ad account get disabled. Now, there is a solution for that, which the first one is simply submitting one ad at a time. So instead of submitting all of them at once, simply submit one, and as soon as it gets approved, then move on to the next one. And the other option is using a ads compliance checker. So I've actually created my own free tool that can check my ad copy, image ads, video scripts before I even submit my ads, and that can really help me to prevent any ad rejections and potentially getting my ad account disabled. So I will link a video right over here where I explain about this tool, exactly how it works and how you can get access to it. Last and definitely not least is using the wrong accounts. Now, getting your ad account disabled, unfortunately, it's kind of inevitable on Facebook ads, especially when you are like low to medium size marketer like most people. It's going to be very hard for you to scale consistently using your own profile profiles ad accounts. So unless you are like a big company with employees and you can get your business manager verified and you spend like probably 6-7 figures a month, this will keep happening to you all the time, especially at scale. And the only actually two options that you have is, the first one is really making sure that you back up those things as much as possible. So even if something happens, you have some backups to work with, but you need to know how to create those backups. And the second option is simply using something like agency ad accounts. So there are really big agencies across the globe that spend 8, 9, 10 figures a year on Facebook ads, and they get priority support and service from Facebook, and essentially they rent out agency ad accounts for small to medium sized advertisers like me and you. And essentially that allows you to get the consistency and stability that these agencies get for a small fee of renting their ad accounts. And to be honest with you, if you actually make money on Facebook ads, let's say you put in $1, you get 5 back or even 3 back, you are making a very good return on your investment. So paying a little bit for renting out agency ad accounts for that stability, for that consistency, unlimited scalability, I think it's definitely worth it. I wish I had this information and knowledge when I was scaling my e-commerce stores, because I was dealing with endless restrictions and ending up with a permanent ban. So if you are really serious about advertising on Facebook and you really want to scale, then I would definitely suggest to use something like that. Now, in case you would like to work with my own agency, you can go ahead and check out the first link in the description. You can book a one-on-one meeting with me and we can see if our agency ad accounts will be a good fit for you, as well as I have a full free guide about the stealth mode, stealth strategy, how you can get back to Facebook after a permanent ban, and I have a full video course which is paid, but this is a full video course, and both of them as well will be in the first link in the description. So hopefully you took some value out of this video. If you did, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Check out some other videos right over here. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and until the next one, peace.